Hello and welcome to the Researchers Report. Hope everyone is doing all right out there tonight. I have to apologise for the delay coming online. We've all had technical difficulties tonight, including Kerry. So hopefully he's going to pop on very shortly. But we've got Matt on, Central Florida Bigfoot. Now, you've been on before. You've co-hosted with me. You've been on with Kerry on The Late Show, but you've never been on the Researchers Report, and we've never really got into how did you get into Bigfoot? You know, from being a photographer, how did you get connected with Bigfoot?
My story is very, very similar to Bradley's in that I was recovering from knee surgery. So I was laid up for 5 weeks out of the office, and very early on in week 1 or 2, I don't even know what made me do it. I flipped over to YouTube, and somehow a couple channels popped up in my feed because I was doing, and we talked about this before the show started, I was doing things that I like following, like structures like Stonehenge, and I was looking up different things. So I guess I kind of crossed over into the cryptid world and didn't really know it, and didn't even really know how the term cryptid was used. So I was literally recovering, stumbled across a couple channels, immediately got excited about it and thought, well, this is really interesting. But I was looking at it from a total photographer perspective. And and the channels I was bouncing around on, I noticed some people were using these incredible cameras that I've never heard of before. And they're basically called the super zooms, the camcorders, the ones that, go mile. You can see 3 mountaintops away. And as a professional photographer, we don't use gear like that. We use fixed lenses. We use what we call prime lenses. We go for that 1.8 f-stop with the blurred background. We just don't use super zoom cameras. So I was intrigued by these zooms from mountain to mountain, and that you could actually see what was on the other side, and continued watching channels, and that was it. I was hooked.
I felt the same being a photographer. I'm a photographer too. I'm probably not as skilled as you, but when I started watching some videos and saw those cameras people had, and they were zooming like miles and miles and miles, I'm like, what?
I was saying, what? How do they do that? What is that?
Yeah, without carrying it's like super huge lens with you. There's no way on earth we get to do that, do we?
No. As a newspaper photographer, we have 600 millimeter lens we use like for shooting football, and they're super fast prime lenses that will, if you buy a 2.8 600 millimeter, I mean, you got a $3,000, $4,000 piece of glass. And that's what we're trained on. And, you can't go out hiking with it. You'd be switching lenses. So the more channels I watched, the more I just started really dissecting all of these cameras. And then I noticed a bunch of iPhones, and then I noticed a bunch of camcorders, and then I noticed the super zooms. And that's all it was, man. I was totally hooked. And a year after that, about a year ago, I walked into a big camera store in Orlando, Florida, and took all my Sony gear and threw it on the counter and just pushed it away. And the guy goes, "What do you want to do?" I went, "Take it." He goes, "What do you want?" I went, "Let me see the Lumix. Let me see the Lumix long zoom camera, the bridge camera." He goes, "You're trading in a Sony for a Lumix?" I went, "Yes, sir." And man, I have not looked back. I have not looked back. I've had a ball with the Lumix.
What do you think's the problem with taking photos of Bigfoot? Why have we got so much blob stuff going on? And
the blob squatch?
The blob squatch. What are people doing wrong? I mean, is it a lot of these coming off people's phones, or what's going on?
It's the simplicity of the phones, the iPhones and the Droids, and I get it. They're very easy to go out hiking in the woods and taking your phone out of your pocket. And I tell you what, for the last 6-7 years, even though I was a photographer for a major TV station here, I really started becoming what we call an iPhoneographer shooter. My fine art, I have a lot of fine art and have had exhibitions using my iPhone as my tool of my camera. So when I started watching Bigfoot channels and switched, it was really hard for me to put the iPhone down. And it wasn't until the day where I had the tree fall and everything went crazy on me about 4 months into my journey, did I say, okay, that's the last time I'm going out with the wrong camera. And so to answer your question, iPhones are the wrong camera. Your droids are the wrong camera. GoPros are definitely the wrong camera. If you want to put them on your back and do rear facing, fine. But think about it. As a photographer, if you shoot something with a GoPro with a super wide lens and it's 20, 30 feet away from you, just look at it and what it does. And so look at what the object is. Have someone go, your child stand 60 feet away and try to make an enlargement of that photo. And that's exactly what we're seeing with the blob squatch is everybody is using iPhones and GoPros. They take a picture and then they magnify the zoom and they step in on it all the way to like a 16th of the frame. And that's what they're posting. And that's what we're seeing. And so I just finally said, wow, I don't see any professional photographers out looking for Bigfoot before I ran into Justin's work. And so I just decided, you know, what does it take? What do I like about the other channels? And what I like about the other channels, I like going out in the woods. I like hiking. I like the search. I like being aware. Maybe see something. I want to see something 100 yards away, though. I don't want to see something at 20 feet. But I love the whole outdoors experience and making videos. But I just thought I would start using the right gear. And I think that's what people are seeing in my channel. I think that's what I bring to the table is real high quality gear. I mean, you know, I'm self-funded. I buy all my own stuff. I traded in, you know, $2,500 worth of gear and bought, you know, another $2,000 worth of gear on top of that just to make it Bigfoot oriented and nature oriented. And you know, the big thing, Daniela, is that when I go out now and I find myself with the long zoom lenses, the bridge cameras, that when you're walking a lake or a pond like you do on your walkabouts on your channel, is that when I see an owl in a tree now and I'm hiking, I can actually stop and zoom in on the owl and get like a headshot of this owl. It's kind of like Sunday morning. We have like a program called Sunday Morning in America. And it's like where they just run the camera for 4 minutes and it's all nature sounds. And I can pull that stuff off now. It's amazing stuff. And it's so much better than walking around with a GoPro super ultra wide angle the whole time and never having the telephoto, or only having the telephoto and never having the wide. I can mix it up now. And so that's why I really preach the bridge cameras. I think that's the ultimate camera.
Yeah, there's something
it makes
about.
A difference.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, you have to spend the money, obviously, but you really see what you're spending when you put it into those cameras, and you know, any high spec camera, it's definitely worth it. So,
Totally.
Good question here from my friend Tex. Says, what do you recommend for those on a limited budget?
I would go with an iPhone over a GoPro, and I would put the iPhone on a gimbal. And you can buy a used gimbal if you just search gimbal for iPhone used, and you can B&H. There's a lot of camera stores. If you just email me on my channel or whatever, or just put it in the chat and I'll answer it. But someone challenged me the other day and they said, you can't get a gimbal under $200. And I found one for $75 in like 20 seconds. So if you just put your iPhone or your Droid on a gimbal, your results and chances of, if you see something, being able to still frame a still image out of that video clip is just so much better than if you look at my hand and try to still frame that, you're going to get a blur. But if you're on a gimbal, it looks like this. And when you still frame it, you see 5 fingers and not just a fuzz. And that's what everybody's doing. So
that little gimbal I've got, the DJI.
Yeah.
About $130, I guess.
Right.
Fantastic little piece of equipment. Completely transformed my walkabouts. I think as I go live, you lose a bit of the quality. But when I'm there and looking through it, it's just, you know, especially down on the beach when you've got a beautiful sunset on the water, It just honestly made it like a movie to me. You know, it wasn't, but compared to just walking around with your phone.
Yeah, you make a good point. I was real interested, when I came on your all's channel the first time, and you all helped push me over that 1,000 limit. I was like going, oh my gosh, I can go live now. And then I started seeing everybody go live, and then I went, well, that's just a waste of time. That's worse than the iPhone, worse results, worse than the GoPro, worse results. It just magnifies horrible. But there is a trick to going live, and the trick to going live is putting your iPhone in a holder on a tripod and just letting it sit still. If you let it sit still, even though your connection's bad, and you photograph you walking out into an area and maybe looking around and walking back, I think people would have a much more successful experience of a live experience, and the quality breakdown won't be so bad because you won't be getting the jumps. It'd just be a stagnant scene.
Yeah.
So I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna do it now that you brought it up, because I want to show the difference of going live moving and going live just a nice stationary area. I think that's the key to that too.
Yeah, I definitely see the difference. There is a difference, and it's a shame because it does spoil. But the thing is, I'm moving, and I'm, it must take so long. Those ones that set up the camera, then they walk down the hill, and then they walk back up the hill, and they pick the camera up, and then they walk down a little bit more. I walk down the hill and walk back, and it's a lot of it's a lot of walking to get your camera and get a shot in. So.
Hey, I enjoy my walks with you when you went out. That was fun. People should turn in.
I like it. I like doing them. There is a little gadget I was going to get that I'm saving up to get. That will. I'll talk to you about it later because it's boring. But so let's go back to you, and when you first started getting into Bigfoot. I see you were talking about Bigfoot language. What did you think was Bigfoot language? What were you looking for?
Well, I call it, and I didn't come up with this phrase by any means. I didn't invent it, but a couple channels referred to the structures and the glyphs and all of that as forest language. So what forest language. So what I decided to do was, I was already shooting forest language as a fine art photographer. I do have a fine art website, and I do wet plate collodion and what we call alternative processes, which is salt printing, wet plate collodion printing, and Van Dyke printing, and that sort of thing. But where was I going with that? It's just totally lost my train of thought.
With the forest language.
Oh, the forest language. So I was already doing bins and just, pathways going through the woods and nice big oak trees, canopies, and just those shots you can get in the woods that have that vanishing infinity point, with nice composition. I've been doing that for 30 years, but I never thought to zero in on breaks and bins and A structures and the TPs and that sort of thing. So now that what other channels and myself are calling forest language, I'm zeroing in on that and shooting it in color. And then from there, I'm going into Photoshop and taking them to black and white. And then from there, I'm doing a lot of digital manipulation, from soft focus to intentionally, like if I have a tree in the center of the frame, they say, don't shoot a tree in the center of the frame. So I may off center to left third or right third. I keep the tree sharp, but I put an oval around it, and everything outside my hand in my frame of what I'm on starts to blur out from here all the way out. And I draw interest into the structure, and it could be a TP, a break, a bend, or whatever. So I'm doing a whole series of black and white works on what Bigfooters would call forest language.
Okay.
And I just got a book of paper in today that I'm actually going to print it on Japanese paper. So it's going to look really cool.
Nice. Well, hey, look.
Uh-oh.
Kerry made it.
Uh-oh.
We're here.
Where?
You guys will never believe. You're never going to believe who's here.
Who's there?
Yeah, six different research teams are here. And from what I heard, that's an accomplishment in itself. I'm looking at Mark Zaski, Jimmy Barr, Christopher Noel, all the Lost Cryptids guys. Everybody's here except Jeff Townsend.
Incredible.
Wow.
So, I guess this is the start of the expedition then.
Yeah, well, it starts at noon tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. We are all here.
Excellent.
Set up and ready.
This is applause.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for hearing impaired. That's right. Yeah, everyone's kind of doing their own thing. I tried to get their attention, but yeah, everybody's here. Lynn, Barry Browning,
Sounds busy.
Mark Newbill, just missing Jeff. Oh,
Yeah.
and Jason Dobbins couldn't make it. He busted his oil pan. He's still in Virginia, so if he can't get here tomorrow, he's going to let us know what his status is.
Right. Okay.
Who is that, Carrie?
Our main medic, Jason Dobbins.
Uh-oh.
We've got our 2 military medics.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and we've got there's a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff.
So I got my pad here. Where exactly are you? The coordinates?
Secret hole number 9.
Nice.
This is Chris Noel. Hi, Mom. Hi,
Claire. How you doing?
Hi, Susanna. Hi, Jenny. Hi, everybody out there who are students of the Sasquatch species. We're going to try to make you proud.
Look, I'm standing right beside Christopher Noel.
He's not quite as tall as I thought he was.
Can you believe that?
No, you're
1.5.
You're standing up a hill.
Wow.
Oh, and I only heard it 3 times. 3 times.
What?
That I was bigger than I looked.
Oh, that was a good
thing. Yeah, I figured I would hear a lot more. So, what are you guys talking about?
Oh, well, cameras, blob squatch, and how that, I was going to add how you guys are going to change that and bring us something interesting and, clear, hopefully.
We've got the man here. We're not far from the trail that I went down and got surrounded on. So, I mean, if you're aware, you'll notice these things. We've got plenty of spaces for the thermal drone. We're kind of logging equipment, just getting things set up. There's a lot to set up. I sent you some pictures, some daytime shots. Yeah, there you go.
Oh wow,
that's the best base camp.
Excellent.
Right there, and then you see my little setup over there. That's my audio video setup for interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll come off. Yeah, that's where the trail is back there. Boogers are back there.
Oh boy,
yeah.
I want my thermal out there.
Did I send you my home away from home? Did you get that?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's another little place we're kind of set off to the side where we set up tents away from generators and stuff like that. There's no power.
Yeah. So I'll just check.
Sorry, I can't hear. It's being loud.
No, yeah, that it's fine.
We're here.
So you're at a primitive site, right? No electric?
No electric.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're not as close to the woods as I thought we were going to be. One place over there where we are tented up is maybe 40 yards from the edge. So, but there's a fence in between. So I don't know how that's going to work out. The grass is really tall. They could creep up at night if they wanted to, I suppose. But we're getting everything together now. First team's going out at noon tomorrow. I'm going with them. And Mark Zaski's here is kind of giving these guys the lowdown, where exactly to go.
Exciting, man.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
I haven't seen you this excited in a month.
Well, good. I'm glad you can see it on me because it's absolutely the feeling.
Yeah, you were pretty tense the last couple of weeks, and I understand it.
We're actually here, so.
Yeah, you've got a good crowd around you.
Yeah, there's about 19, almost 20, 19 people here right now. Jeff, that's counting Zaski. But if Jeff, he won't even answer his phone. I hope he's okay.
I'll reach out to him.
Yeah,
I'll reach out to him.
Maybe he'll answer you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Carrie, are you in a tent tonight, or you're sleeping in your truck?
No, I'm in a tent. Got me an air mattress. Got a fan and this little air conditioner thing that Brad bought. You put ice in it, and it blows cold air. So, but it's not really. It's just like 59 degrees. It's nice out here right now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're all excited for you.
Well, yeah, I know I came in a little early, but we were kind of getting ready for a meeting. So,
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't want to, was waiting for you to announce it.
I
So
don't know if I can't turn this around, but I want to show you guys this. Can you see it?
I'm going to make your screen bigger.
Parabolic or trailer?
Yeah, we
Can
can
you
see
see
it.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
That's Chad's high sensitivity. That's the 0 to 80 signal to decibel, and then I've got my 0 to 60, and then the two cameras, the two main cameras, the 4 body cameras. Everybody else is handheld cameras. The Psionics night vision looks like daytime.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's $700. Researchers, buy it. The Psionics. There's one that's $1,200. It's the Pro Series. You don't need it. Get the Psionics, the black one. It's $700, but it looks like daytime. It looks like noon out here, and it's dark. It's pretty dark out here. That's the best night vision camera I've ever seen, and it's crystal clear. The thermal drone is being charged now. We've got so much stuff happening. It's
Can you
exciting.
do a little can you do a little tour around just with your phone to see? I just got you on big screen and we can see.
This is Mark Newbill.
Hi, Mark.
Hey,
All right, the man.
So,
How you doing?
I'm in the show.
You're in the show.
You're in the show.
Yeah,
You are the show.
We're live.
Going live.
Going live Facebook for first day.
Stay up. And buckle up.
Buckle up.
This is our reptile guy. And one of the teams here, Josh Parsons. He's a member of Lost Cryptids Conservatory.
How y'all doing?
Russell's alligators and stuff like that. So
Cool.
he's going to help guide the way a little bit and be part of one of the teams. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Datema.
Chad.
Stand up,
Hey,
Chad.
Chad.
Chad Datema, Mr. 6'8".
How you doing?
You see me down here,
Who am I talking?
and there's him. Okay,
Wow.
I'm almost 6'5". So
Yeah.
he's a big tall guy.
My
Is-
nose is at his top of his head.
He's going to
Amazing.
be camera, audio, and working in the field. Moving on,
Hey, hello.
Todd Cummings.
How you guys doing?
Wait,
Doing good, but you're in the
Got a
top. Yeah.
you got a light. Shine us, Dave.
All right, there you go.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Gotcha.
Todd Cummings. He's going to be
Hi, Todd.
operating camera.
I'll be
Cool.
behind the camera, guys. So what I will see is what you guys will see. So we're gonna see
Excellent.
something.
Yes, we're going to get some stuff.
All right, Todd, we're counting on you.
Thanks, Todd.
Our tech guru. This is David Dominique.
How's it going?
He's with Lost Cryptids.
Hey, Dave.
And he is going to be handling all of our data collection and evidence collection.
Thank you.
And whatever he wants to do, probably he'll get a chance to do.
Very cool.
You guys saw Christopher Noel
We did.
moving around. Barry Browning,
Yes, sir.
get in front of this light right here.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Barry.
Hello.
Barry Browning, Bigfoot researcher extraordinaire. He's here to capture the goods.
We're
Straight up.
alive.
You're live. Say hello.
Hello.
Funniest guy out here, without a doubt.
I don't know about that.
Our friend Mark Kinchell.
Hey, how's
Mark.
it going, Daniela?
Going good. How are you, Mark? Looking
All right.
good?
You remember last time we spoke together face to face, I called you Wonder Woman.
You did. You did. That's right.
That's true. That's her.
That's who that is, yeah.
And now you guys are all Supermen.
Well, we wish you were here. We need a Wonder Woman right now.
Well, you got
So
some
we
Wonder
have three ladies here.
Women. You do. You've got some Wonder Women there.
That's
Yep.
true.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to meet one now. Thank
All
you,
right.
Mark.
Uh-huh.
Miss Lynn.
There she is.
Hi,
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
How's the atmosphere?
It's wonderful. Everyone's helping each other out, setting up everybody's tents, and we're getting it done.
Excellent. Excellent.
You got your dogs with you?
No, they're I have a pet sitter right now, and anyway, but there's one booger dog here, so we're gonna rely heavily on him.
Oh, sounds
Well,
sounds
it's
like
nice. I was gonna say it's nice to see you not being attacked.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
no,
nice
isn't
to
that
not
right?
be attacked.
Isn't that a fact? Thank you. Stevie, let's get Stevie. Stevie, where are you going?
Oh, this is
Say
awesome.
hello. You are live.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Stevie. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
We're good. We're good. We're all excited for you.
Yeah, we're excited. Everybody's kind of getting to know each other, and we're getting ready to have a meeting.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna have a meeting with Mark Zasky in a minute. We'll get him on camera next.
Yeah, cool.
Mark Zasky. All right.
Thanks, Stevie.
Oh, did you guys see this dude right here?
Who?
This guy right here.
Hello.
How you doing, Brad?
Good. How are you doing?
We're doing good.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Feeling all right. Tired. Very
Yeah.
tired. Carrie worked me to death driving.
I bet
He drove a lot more than I did.
I've had 3 hours of sleep since Monday night.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be some crashing after this meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll chill.
Don't
Good to
blame
see
you.
you guys.
Yeah, take
Thank
care.
you, gentlemen. Blake,
Bradley looked pretty in pink.
where's Blake?
He did, didn't he? Brought his eyes out.
There's this guy right here.
How you doing, Clay?
Hello.
How's it going?
How y'all doing? Doing good. We're worn out from setting up camp, but
Yeah.
I think we got
Bet
most
you
of it
are.
put together. So,
Well, I hope you all get a good rest before the morning.
oh yeah, we're gonna be hitting it hard tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
Nice.
Is there some food going on tonight? Someone cooking?
Cooking. Any
Oh,
cooking?
cooking?
No,
Yeah,
we sandwiched it.
not tonight. Yeah, starting tomorrow.
Okay.
We're gonna be starting that
All right.
tomorrow. We'll start
Fair enough.
cook breakfast in the morning and then dinner tomorrow night. But yeah, we took it easy today after setting up camp all day. So,
Yeah. Okay. Well, you rest up.
This is Clay Campbell, by the way, one of our team leaders.
Yeah.
First, you going out first, right?
no, Mark's going out first.
Oh, is okay.
Yeah.
New Bill's going
Clay?
out first.
Clay,
All right.
nice to meet you. I haven't met you yet, so.
Yeah, good to meet y'all too. Yeah, absolutely.
Who else we got? Oh, we got 2 more. We'll say 2 more.
What's going on?
Jimmy Barr.
Howdy.
Come here.
You believe that? Jimmy Barr is actually here with us.
Can't believe it. Can't
The
believe it.
mosquitoes.
Yes. It's good. It's good.
I've sprayed down really well though.
I'm getting eaten alive.
Yeah, Jimmy is going to be on one of the teams, and he knows this area too. So
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to see you all together. It's good to see you all down there together. You know, it's crazy, isn't it?
That is epic.
I'm just
Yeah.
super excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
who we got? Oh, well, we got one more here. Yeah,
I'll be Mark.
the man himself.
Mr. Zastley. How you
What's
doing?
up, guys?
How you
What's
doing?
up?
Oh, is it Danielle?
That's
Hey,
Danielle.
Danielle.
What's
and-
going on,
and
Danielle?
Matt Larson.
And Matt, how
Oh.
are you?
We're good. We're all amazed that you're down there. We're not amazed, but we're all excited. Although everyone in the chat is sending prayers and messages of luck and safety, and basically hoping that you do good down there, whether you get a bugger or not. But that you stay safe and just get to it. Basically,
We're gonna get some good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have a meeting here in a little bit, and I'm gonna brief the guys on some local knowledge, and I think we're in good shape. From what I can see, they have more technology in this 40 square yard campsite than I think I've seen at Best Buy in the last 5 or 6 friggin' times I've been there. So we're looking good.
100% right there.
Yeah.
yeah.
All
Well,
right,
look
well,
forward
we're about
to,
to get our meeting on.
Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow night you're going to be over on Hidden Existence.
Yes, tomorrow night. What time?
Well, it'll start 7 p.m. Central, and you can join us whenever you're ready.
I'll be in because I'm going out with the first team tomorrow.
Okay. Cool.
So we'll be in here. We'll be in here at 5 local time. Yeah, plenty of time.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. And we'll do an update tomorrow night on Hidden Existence.
Yep, we'll have something good for you, I hope.
Excellent. All right. Well, stay safe. Have a good rest.
All right, you guys have a good show.
Yeah. Okay. Take care. Bye.
All right.
Bye. There we go. Well,
That was epic. That was pretty cool.
amazing to see them all there together. When you only see them online on different, in a screen, on different shows in different compartments, and now they're actually there live, flesh and blood.
So I wonder how many people in the chat we fooled that they actually thought this was just going to be
me interviewing you. Well, it's good to get to know you a little bit. But did everyone think that we were just gonna, do a regular show, or did you all know that they were down there, or did you think they'd already been? I know some people thought they.
Yeah, who caught on
this week? But we wanted to announce it tonight, and so it's on, it's happening, and
that's a big crew. That's a lot of people. It's going to be really cool to see what happens.
Yeah, they seem well organized. They all seem dead solid. Like they all know what they're doing. Obviously, they all know what they're doing. But it was great to see. Oh,
nobody looked tense. Nobody looked like.
No, they didn't. Nobody.
Yeah, there was.
808.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Brandon Shomer? It's a shame he couldn't make it. But sending lots of love out to you, Brandon. I hope you're doing all right. Sorry, Matt. I interrupted you there.
No, I was just saying how good everybody looked. They were actually very engaged with, you tonight, and nobody looked like deer in the headlights. Nobody looked like they were thinking about something else. They were very loose. That's good to see. That's really what I needed to see, was a calm, social group that were just happy to be together. And I think that told me a lot right there. I don't know if everybody else caught that. But
yeah, definitely.
They're ready.
They're all connected.
Yeah.
And I think obviously, I don't know, but last year they did it. They tried it last year. I don't know if it was like a dry run maybe, and it feels like this year they seem, Kerry seems more grounded with it. That's the only kind of word I can use. He seems more grounded with it all, and like there's some sort of plan now. I mean, obviously, with the virus shutting it down last year, that must have done the heads in, prepping for that long, packing, getting ready, setting off, and suddenly the world overnight has completely changed. So, YO Crow, thank you very much for becoming a member of the Bigfoot Odyssey family. You'll get some little emojis there in the bottom. I love these little emojis. I'm going to just put some up for fun.
I'm trying to keep up. That's going so fast. I just wanted to say real quick, guys, they're going to have beautiful weather in Florida. There is no rain in the forecast. Tonight in Tampa, we're getting down to 65. So they're going to have a great night's sleep. It's going to be, Kerry mentioned having that fan. He's not going to need it. That's good sleeping weather. So they're set pretty good, and it's going to be like that. I mean, during the day, it's going to be 85, 86. Again, a lot better than, it's not hitting 90, 95, 97 like it can in Florida. So, I feel good about this. They got great weather.
And I wonder what the buggers are thinking. Wonder if they're on it already. I wonder if they know. I wonder if, they've caught their attention. And
well, you know what? It looked like and sounded like a normal camp, as you saw. That's what I noticed too. Is nobody was talking shop yet. They said they just set up. The photos you showed what was going on. They have some buffer space, it looked like, between them. So I think they're in good shape.
Yeah, I'll just bring up these images again. Where they're at. I mean, it's it looks like a good safe space there, doesn't it? At least what's around them.
It looks like they can have good meetings, and like they said, Zasky's getting ready to brief the group, and it looks like he can do that without being right on trail. Where if something was there, if something did understand what they were saying, it looks like they're going to have a good base camp. I think not that they planned it that way, but honestly, I think that's going to work out better.
Yeah. It's
sorry we fooled you guys in the chat. You thought it was going to be all me, but you all see me all the time. So
we don't see it.
Glad to be a part of it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will be doing live updates on Hidden Existence every night while they're out there, they'll be tuning in to the channel. And I've got guests on every night as well. So it's going to be a fun hour where we get to talk to the guests and talk to Kerry and whoever else comes on camera to update us on what they've been doing. And hopefully, you know, we'll get some results. We'll see something, or they've got to pick up something with that equipment. They've got to. Well,
yeah. Strangeland is asking what time you're doing the first result. So you said 6 p.m. Central, right?
7 p.m. Central.
7 p.m. Central, so it'd be 6 p.m. Eastern.
No, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Did I get that backward? Did I go the wrong way again? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So you got that, Strangeland? Okay.
Yeah. Well, what I'll do after the show actually is I'll put up all the shows that I'll be doing. There'll be 7 of them, I think.
Yeah.
So you'll all get to be able to hit the reminder button, so you don't miss out on the updates. And yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, you don't want to miss tomorrow. I mean, that's going to be, you know, the first day out, the first, you know, initial thoughts of what's going on and about camp. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, it's too big of a camp to move, so I think they're going to be there. I know Carrie probably wanted to be closer, but it's going to be good to hear the first initial thoughts tomorrow, because you'll get the story, you'll get the lay of land for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I know I'll be turning in.
Especially with like say Mark going out there. They've just got their Joshua Marshall. They have just got their this evening. Well, actually, they set off yesterday. I couldn't say anything because they would have killed me.
She didn't even tell me. I knew something was up because I'm going, why would she bring me? So anyway, I knew something was up, but I really didn't know. So she didn't even tell me. So that was good.
Didn't tell anyone. So if anyone's got any questions, I know we've all got questions.
I know. It's like, let's go. Show us something.
Yeah. But if we've got any questions that you've got any questions that we could answer, stick them up in the chat. Flyby Stew, it's going to be midnight. It's going to be midnight till Sunday night, and then our clocks change, and then it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning for us. So I'm glad it's this week, actually. But it could have been better if they'd have done it last weekend and they'd have had a week of just having to do it at midnight instead of 1 o'clock. But I can do it. I think I can do it. I'll just
you can do it.
Yeah.
You're a warrior.
Get my warrior hat on.
They're filming 24/7. Well, not literally 24/7, but yeah, I mean, there's things they have going on. I've talked to Carrie about this, and that's why he's going to split the film up. 168 hours basically is 7 days, so it's going to be probably at least 7 parts. So there's going to be cameras, sound recorders, and something going on 24/7, but not necessarily filming.
Yeah. Charles, there is going to be live streaming, but they're doing it to my channel. They're just hooking up to Hidden Existence every night, probably around 7:30 or 8:30, wherever you're from. Just tune in at 7 o'clock Central, and you'll get an update at some point between the hour. But yeah, that's the only sort of messages or info we'll be getting is through Hidden Existence. So yeah.
We're all pins and needles till tomorrow.
Yeah, Phil C, my channel. I'm just going to put a link up. There is actually in the description, right at the end of the description, is a link to my channel, but I'll just stick one up in the chat now. So if anyone wants to go over and sorry, I find it hard to write and talk at the same time, Matt. So you might just have to.
Oh no, I was looking at. I saw a question and it popped away. Oh, it says Isaac. Oh darn, man, this chat's moving. Is the expedition on already? Hi Daniela. Hi everyone. Yes, they are there. The camp is set up. This is their first night. We just had them on. So if you missed it, watch the replay. But Kerry came on a little early. He came on about 20 after, and Daniela had shots at camp, and we got to meet all the researchers out there. It's a good group, and they looked really loose. Really, it looked great. I mean, they were very relaxed and having their first briefing by Zasky tonight, right now, actually. So.
Yeah, Mark looked in good spirits as well. And he knows that area really well.
And if you missed it, Bradley looked great. He was looking great in pink. So
pink, he did. Right, so I've just put a link up to In Existence in the live chat there for anyone who doesn't know. Yeah, I thought that. I bet they'll all be, but maybe they will. I don't know. I suppose there'll be a few nerves. Do you not think? How would you feel? Safety in numbers.
I think they're going to sleep great. Like I said, it's 65 tonight. It's perfect camping weather. I mean, you can't ask for a better temperature to be in Florida out in a tent. So as long as they got their, screen flies zipped and, from the bugs, they're going to get in there and just totally relax. I don't think, being that they're not butting up against the woods, I don't think anybody's going to be tense at all. I think they're far enough away that they're just all realize that they got a big day tomorrow and they're going to do their best to get some sleep. That's what I think.
Yeah. You're right, Tim. Kerry was off kilter, wasn't he, a few days before last week? But I think nerves is natural, isn't it? And it's all part and parcel of it. It's the unknown. No matter, even if you've got a plan trying to find Bigfoot, look at all the people that have gone out to try and find Bigfoot. That's one thing you can't guarantee. So this documentary is more about, it's the journey, it's the effort, it's the, the time and, sweat and tears put into trying to do this in a way that hasn't really been done before, hasn't been done before. It takes a lot of guts to put it together, to try and pull it off when there's so many people watching as well, that, there's no high expectation other than to record this journey that the people are taking, to show that it's not that easy to say, get in the field and, do a bit of research. There's a lot that goes into it. And hopefully with the equipment that they've got and the people they've got there, they can pull it off. They can pull all of it off, everything, including the journey. And maybe if we're lucky, we're going to get some good footage of Bigfoot.
I think
you
so.
for joining.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Let me just go through. Joey Bruce thinks, I think Samsung Android has a much better picture than iPhone. I've got a Huawei, and that is amazing. So I've got the Leica lenses, and the pictures off it are incredible.
Yeah, my Lumix has a Leica lens.
Yeah.
It's all in the glass, people. It's all in the glass.
It is, isn't it? It is.
Yeah, people get swallowed up by that. Oh, I'm shooting 4K, but it doesn't matter if you're shooting 4K and you got a bad glass, or you're shooting through, 4K does not mean much. It's all about the focal length and the lens and the focus. So that's the thing. I'll take 720 sharp over 4K blurry any day. Put it that way. Tim said, remember how wound up Kerry was the night he couldn't sleep and did that late show live with Bradley. Or no, Bradley didn't even make it. He called in somebody else. But yeah, and then I had him on my show the other night, and I had 2 or 3 jokes thrown in there, and he just didn't even look up. I was like, oh, wow, he's like really tense. And someone even made a comment like, not a good time to be trying to joke with Kerry. And I went, yeah, bad read on my part. So you guys are right. I shouldn't have done that. But I was just trying to get him, laughing a little bit. But yeah, he looked a lot better tonight. So I'm glad to see that. He looked a lot better tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like the pressure's off. He hasn't got there with pressure. The pressure's off. He's got there. Maybe that's it, isn't it? He's just taking the first step, getting to the place. And it obviously says a lot about the people around him.
Yeah.
That he feels comfortable enough to let his guard down a little bit, maybe. But I'm sure they're all kind of watching, aren't they, behind over the shoulders every now and again, because you don't know. You hear so many things about that place. and the way Mark describes some of those Sasquatch down there. I don't know. It's for me anyway. You know, I'm in England, safe here, with maybe a fox or hedgehog outside my house, but nothing to worry about, nothing big to worry about.
Right.
So it's a little bit surreal for me to think about what's going on, but they're doing it, so it's good.
Someone wrote something. Oh, Larry said, "How great is this, Daniela in England covering Carrie in Florida for all of us together to watch?" That was nice.
Yeah. It is. It is weird for me doing this because I'm over here, and I feel like I'm part of over there, except I'm not there. But I feel like now I know America so well, in a sense. Geography wise, I would never even have known where one state was from another, pretty much. Maybe one or two, but now I've really got to know the place, and a load of people I've met through doing Bigfoot Odyssey and Hidden Existence, all you guys in the chat. And it would be great to come over one day and meet some of you. So
yeah, you got to find someone to house share or house flip with. You come over here for a couple months, and we'll go over there for a couple months.
Oh yeah,
Enigma has a question for me. It says,
"I'll have to tidy my house then."
So Enigma writes, Matt is the person where the tree was pushed over, and it's a question mark. So sorry I read that wrong, but that was in actually Hillsborough County, North Hillsborough County. There's a greenway cutting across Florida, and it really starts pretty much in Hillsborough County and then floats upward north, goes all the way across the state, all the way over to Cocoa Beach. So it's a complete, literally, it takes in Hillsborough River State Park, Upper Lower Hillsborough Parks, Morris Bridge. All of those areas are my areas I like going to. Then it goes into Green Swamp, Colt Creek, and onward. So it's miles and miles and miles along rivers and creeks. So I think that's why Florida is so hot. So
is that to do with the tree?
It's the one video on my channel, on my YouTube channel, Central Florida Bigfoot, where if you just put the videos in order and look for the one with, I think it probably has about 8,000 or 9,000 views now, maybe more. But it's the last video I shot with an iPhone, because after that happened to me, I was really ticked off and I was shooting with my Lumix 3 videos before that. I had just gotten it, thought it was too heavy, switched to the iPhone, all heck breaks loose. And there I am caught with an iPhone. And then I said, never again will I go out in the woods with the iPhone. So I just learned my lesson, because even though you can see the tree fall, you can see the splash, you can see all the other things, it would have been so much better if I was on my Lumix, and I messed up, and it's not going to happen to me again.
Well, this is why things happen. So you learn, and maybe,
Yeah. If I had my Lumix there, we would, I don't think we would have seen anything, because there's movement above where the tree falls. The thing that was interesting in my tree fall is that I was acting or telling myself mentally that I was going this direction. And when I did, the tree falls 60 yards in front of me at 0 degrees compass heading, meaning it comes right at me. And when it comes at me 40, 50 feet up in the air, you can see it coming through the other trees. You see the other trees doing this, and then you see it hit in a splash about 6 feet tall. And I'm sitting there shooting with an iPhone, so it's just not going to happen again. And I was on a gimbal. That's the only reason you see anything, because I was on a gimbal, or you wouldn't have saw anything.
All right. Okay. I'm just going to put a link up to your channel in the chat, so everyone could go check out that video. And
yeah, and I did do an interview with Carrie on there. That's doing real well, and you'll see. I was really unprepared for that, because I was nervous having Bradley and Carrie on. I was really super nervous, and I had all my questions laid out. And I just made the mistake of trying to throw in 3 jokes, and it just did not go over well. And I need to apologize to him, but I knew he was so tense leading up to this thing. I just wanted him to relax, and it's so important to see him relax tonight. I think he really looked like he was having fun. And I needed to see that because I was still concerned if he was there all tense.
Yeah. Ron says the rubber hasn't hit the road yet. Just wait till tomorrow night. If they get action, this will separate the boys from the men.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lol. Oh, there's no switch.
Uh-oh. Oh,
well,
darn.
Whatever. Oh, there is. Yeah. Send me a tenner.
Darn.
Yeah, darn. And don't forget the ladies. I think the ladies will do quite well. I think the ladies will be very level-headed and calm in those situations.
And I forgot her name.
Lynn and Stevie.
Not Stevie. Who is Lynn?
Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn is across the bay from me. Lynn is probably 30 minutes away from me. I have not gone out with Lynn yet.
All right.
Well, she was. I think she's moved, but she used to be right from this area. So
cool.
And I didn't know her before Carrie had her on, so that was great. Thanks, Susan. I appreciate it. Matt, you did a good job. I don't know. I've watched it a couple times trying to think, oh gosh, how bad do I have to apologize to Carrie? But each time I watch it, I kind of blow it up. And he had a little smirk, I think. So I think I'm okay. But I was just trying to help.
Jackie San says, what is he saying? Lumix. Lumix camera he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm shooting. If you go to my channel and look at the Carrie interview, I put all of the gear, not all of the gear, but I put a link to my Lumix up there. And I also put a link to the camera Carrie's using out there today and my night vision. There's a bunch of links to our gear because the whole thing I was trying to do was do a discussion on the gear, because everybody talked about the people and everybody talked about the epicness of this investigation and the expedition, but no one was talking about how much gear was coming into this location. Like Zasky said, oh, we have enough where, I haven't seen this much gear in a Best Buy, and that's what I wanted to discuss. So all the gear link is up there, but I'm shooting with a Panasonic Lumix FZ, as in Frank Zero, 2500. That's about a $900 camera. Carrie is shooting this weekend with something like 5 times better. So, if you all like my stuff, you're going to like Carrie's stuff. Yeah. He's got the right camera. No pressure, Carrie. No pressure.
No. Thanks, Tabby. Thanks for joining. And Robin, I'll hit you up if I come to Cali. There's a lot of places I'd like to go to. Thank you, Katie G.
Yeah, we need to get you over here. We need to do a GoFund, so we can get you over here for a month and let you, hang out with Carrie and maybe go on a couple of outings.
At the moment, we're prisoners in England with this lockdown. It's
oh, really? Yeah. See, Florida's pretty open. I saw someone up there saying Florida, no one's wearing a mask. That's really not true. I mean, you're supposed to be wearing a mask and you're supposed to be doing what's right to protect others, but we are a pretty open state. I mean, our governor is just like, I don't know.
Everyone's got, on the list, get vaccinated.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get a job soon, probably, if you're not vaccinated. You won't, you'll need a vaccination passport to leave the country, or you'll have to isolate. Now, if you leave the country and it's not for an emergency, you'll get fined £5,000 if you try and leave for not a good reason. So there's lots of people thinking, booking holidays, and I really don't think that we're out of the woods yet for at least a year. But anyway, let's not talk about.
Yeah, Ron asked a question. Carrie mentioned a psionics night vision. Is that spelled right? You're very close. If you put that in Google and looked up, if you added night vision behind it, yes, if you put psionics night vision the way you spelled it, it will come up, and it is a good camera. It's not the one I bought, but mine's only 350. It shoots 1080p. It's still pretty dang good up to 150 yards. So, and I put that link up there too on mine.
Okay, cool. Hi team. Yes, you're right. They're making history doing this. This is, like you said, we've so many times people say, why don't people do this? Why don't people do that? And they're going out there and they're doing it. They're doing all those things that people say, a lot of people who are sat at home who will never go out in the woods. and they're out doing it. So thanks, Steve. I think he's spelled it the psionics.
Yeah, he's saying it's not true night vision because it is color. So, right. But yeah.
Welcome, Falcon, to the Bigfoot Odyssey family. So yeah, this is great. We just really want something to happen now, don't we? If nothing else it's just like, just show us the goods.
Let's cut right to it. You should start posting photos of Bigfoot tomorrow in the morning.
So
this is good. Great chat, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, it's been busy tonight. Sorry if you missed any questions, but it's just flying up in front of me. You're right. The excitement is palpable. I can't even say it. I'm not excited.
Palpable.
Palpable. Can't wait to witness the intensity of the action. This is an epic event, and a major breakthrough could be attained. Absolutely. This is just, anything's possible now, in different ways and forms as well. So if we don't capture something, we're going to capture something on something else. I hope we do.
Well, just the gear they have and everything running, because I was asking them the other night about how many trail cams, and they were going to push those way out from camp and not have them around camp because of all the talk about trail cams will, ruin your outing. But if he pushes them way out, like they said they were going to do, and they get those out tomorrow early, that could be interesting. The audio recorders, they have so many out there. The body cams are going to have, again, it's that GoPro type stuff I was saying about. But again, those are going to play out in something like this, especially if you're in a situation where you're in a retreat or you have to back up, or just showing the person beside you or next to you. I think that's a great shot, and you definitely need it. I'm just saying that's not going to be the Bigfoot shot. I don't think. I could be wrong. Nobody knows, but
no.
I just hope Kerry uses that camera a little bit. I know he's focused on the people and the expedition, but I hope that he takes a little time to just give us some nice zooms with that thing and just some walking images, of what it's like to be out in those woods, and not all necessarily always pointed at people. But I know he's focused on the people. He's focused on the expedition. So.
Thank you, Mike. That'll go towards something, I'm sure.
What's Vax's poison, Jacobs? What's Vax? VAX?
The vaccine.
Oh, it's poison. I don't know, man.
What was I going to say? What were you just talking about then? That just triggered me to think about something.
Oh God, you're asking me. I have like a 5-second memory.
Yeah, same here.
I was talking about getting some shots himself with the other gear and not necessarily being all about the people. I talked about the body cams.
Yeah.
Then I said something after that, and I really don't remember what it was.
No, it was your interview with them. I watched it after the live because it was on very late at night, and I think I might have picked it up the next morning. And I was listening to Brad talking about his tent. And he was going, I hope it'll do. And I think, don't people like try the tents out before they go camping? I mean,
you should.
Is that on the #1 rule? Is just go out in the garden and
that's a good point.
See if you can get your tent up and down before you go camping.
Well, that could be an issue with a lot of things, because a lot of people are bringing new gear, and when you bring new gear and you haven't spent some time with it, weird things can happen. So that is a concern of mine, but I didn't go there. I didn't bring it up. I don't want to jinx anything.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll be fine, but it is good advice. No matter what you get, is test it out before you take it out.
Well, that's not why I asked that question, though, about Bradley's tent. I didn't think he was sleeping in a tent. I thought something else was happening, and I was trying to get him to spill the beans. But evidently he is in a tent. But there was a back conversation between Bradley and I was trying to make a joke about his tent, and it just went boom. No, I'll be in a tent. And I went, oh, okay. That's not what we talked about, but okay. but he is in a tent.
Okay.
Bigfoot orangutan in here.
Bigfoot orangutan. Guys, we are at the hour. There was one more question, actually. I'll go back. Oh, that was it. Bro Science. I think it's going to be around fall time by the time he's edited. Sorry.
Yeah, and I can talk to that because I went out last weekend with a bunch of guys here in Florida with 3 other teams. So 4 teams went out with me, and it's been 3 weeks. I'm still working on the video, and I can tell you we were out 5 hours, and I am about 45 minutes on the timeline already in 4 hours. And I think I got caught up with trying to edit and chop it down because I still have 3 long clips to go. So this is going to be an hour and a half outing of 5 hours on a timeline at an hour and a half. And I think what I'm going to do is just split it up in 2 parts because there's 4 teams. And like what Kerry was saying, I think he said, 6 teams or 7 teams were there. When you got that many teams there, what I need to do is get this thing edited, and then I need to run it by the other guys on the other teams, because when you're out there with teams and everybody's chit-chatting, I'm worried about some audio being caught, because when you're out there, sometimes you're talking about things that, in other channels or different things that we could do, or someone makes a joke, and then you got to start worrying about, okay, chopping that stuff down or covering it with music. So it's going to take Kerry a long time to get this out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Editing's
yeah, it's a nightmare.
It is, isn't it? You've got to be in the right headspace as well. I mean, especially with photographs, and you've got 700 photographs and you only want to get.
Ruger said, "You're kidding me. The gear was half wore out before the guys left. Them guys guys tested the gear." Well, I know for a fact of what new gear hit Kerry in the last 3 weeks, and I can guarantee you Kerry was working. So not all that gear was tested to the extent of I would have tested the gear. So that's just my point, Ruger.
Okay. Danny, being locked at home is an emergency to get out.
Uh-oh.
Wonderman fly with your invisible jet. Well, yeah. I just need to get some invisible fuel for it, and we'll be.
Oh my gosh!
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's on. The expedition is on. They're there. They're doing it. They're going to be out tomorrow morning. That's when it's going to start. And join me tomorrow night over on Hidden Existence, 7:00 Central, and we will get an update from the field. To see how they're getting on, see if they've caught anything or whatever, just to see what's going on down there. Thank you, Matt, for being my guinea pig tonight.
No problem.
My guest, and
it was fun. It was fun.
Cool. All right, everyone. So until tomorrow night, everyone have a good night, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.